How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I have an exciting video for you guys today. But before we get right into it, if you guys could subscribe to the channel or like the video, I would really appreciate it. It keeps me motivated to keep bringing amazing content to you guys every single week. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get right into the video for today. And for the video today, we're talking about the Utah Jazz and what to expect next, possibly. Obviously these are just my opinions, what I think could possibly happen or not, but obviously we will be seeing in the future what happens. But I think there can be some positive and negative takeaways from this. After a chaotic 2019 and 2020 NBA campaign for the Jazz, it came to an end earlier this week. They lost Game 7, obviously, to the Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. The Nuggets completed their comeback of being down 3-1, and also came back from a double-digit deficit in Game 7 specifically. A missed 3 at the buzzer by Mike Conley, which rattled in and out, proved to be the end for the Jazz despite losing in the first round of the playoffs for the second straight year. There are some positives and, like I said, negatives to take away from what happened. Heading into the offseason, no doubt, I think the main thing that comes up is about Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley. Honestly, in my opinion, hopefully they won't have to get rid of either, but if I had to say you have to get rid of one of them, I'd probably say Rudy Gobert. I know Mike Conley had not the best season, but he did come out in the playoffs. He did average like 20 points per game in the playoffs. He was really good in the playoffs. He played really good. Just watching the games, he played really effectively. Rudy Gobert, he was okay. He had a few good games and a few bad games. He did have a pretty good game 7, but Game 6 he did pretty poorly. I think he did pretty poorly in Game 5 and Game 6, but don't quote me on that. But I know he did bad in Game 6, and he was okay. He was pretty good in Game 7, not crazy, but he did good in the last game. But Mike Conley did do better than Rudy Gobert, in my opinion, over that series. And fit-wise, I think Rudy Gobert is just not the right fit with Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion. Donovan Mitchell, first off, he's a slasher. I mean, he can shoot, but like his comparison obviously is usually Dwayne Wade. To me, I feel like Donovan Mitchell needs more spacing when it comes to like a center and power forward. And with Rudy Gobert staying in the paint, it's really hard to obviously spread the floor. And I just feel like without Rudy Gobert, I feel like Donovan Mitchell would be even better, and it would just open up, more possibilities for the team and Donovan Mitchell, no doubt. But obviously, that's just my opinion. I know Rudy Gobert is very good. I actually don't really understand all the hate that Rudy Gobert gets. I think he's really good. It's nothing against him. I just think he's just not a good fit with Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion. I think one of the good things we can take away is that Donovan Mitchell took it to another level in the playoffs. Also, Jamal Murray did, but that's another time for another video, no doubt. But he did take it to another level. I say this first because it's the most obvious one that Donovan Mitchell is a superstar in this league coming up, no doubt. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in contention for a top 10 or top 15 player, and should be the face of the Utah Jazz for years to come. Regardless of the series loss, Mitchell did all he could, no doubt, absolutely shining throughout the whole series, averaging 36.3 points, 5 rebounds, and almost 5 assists. In only his third year in the league, he earned his first All-Star appearance and has become one of the most dynamic young scorers across the NBA. Now, rumors have circulated that Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz plan to agree to a max extension, which did happen, and rumors were going around about maybe him moving on after this season, but nope, he did get signed to a max contract, which was an amazing job by the Jazz, and I'm glad that they were able to re-sign him, and now he can continue to be the leader of the franchise for the indefinite future. Another plus is that Bojan Bogdanovic will be returning. Obviously, throughout the bubble, the one biggest blow for the Jazz was not having their second leading scorer. Prior to the restart, Bogdanovic had a wrist surgery that kept him sidelined and didn't join the team in Orlando. After signing the 4-year, $73 million deal last summer in Utah, Bogdanovic averaged 20 points per game while shooting at 41% from three-point range as the second scoring option behind Mitchell, obviously, which was a huge blow. Without Bojan, Mitchell didn't even get a ton of help out on scoring end. with only defensive-minded, obviously, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Joe Ingles, and 6-man Jordan Clarkson being the key contributing scorers alongside him. Although some of the numbers put up by supporting cast weren't terrible, Boyang's scoring ability exceeds anyone else. Rather it just be Mitchell on the team. There's no doubt that it was just a huge blow, and it has to be exciting to know that he's coming back next year, whether or not they might move on from Gobert or Conley. But there's still one more thing about the Jazz that is questionable, maybe in a way. During the hiatus, there were whispers that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert's relationship was unsalvageable, so much so that many questioned whether if it was a breakup on the horizon, not matter how the 2019 or 2020 season would end. But as the bubble began, the two have been vocal about the relationship being reconciled and showed it on the court throughout the seeding games and first round of playoffs. Although no one really knows for sure if their relationship is completely repaired, the two have an undeniable connection on the court, and it looks like the dynamic duo league could, continue to become amazing. But obviously, again, with Mitchell's contract extension, definitely heats up on all sides, and just moving forward, I can't see this team staying together. Someone I feel like is going to go sooner or later, and if it's anyone, I feel like it's just going to be Rudy Gobert. Even if the relationship is good and everything, just fit wise, I don't know if they're going to keep Rudy Gobert. I think seeing what's going to happen next is that either I think they'll keep the whole team, keep the same team together. I really like Jordan Clarkson. I really like the team that they put together with Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, bringing Bojan Bogdanovic in, and Joe Ingles. I love the team, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if Rudy Gobert left, or Mike Conley, depending on how it goes. But if you guys have any opinions of your own, go ahead and comment below what you guys think. Personally, I think it just can go both ways. I think the Jazz will either keep the same team or move on from either Rudy Gobert or move on from someone besides him. But that's just my opinion. Again, if you guys have any opinions of your own, go ahead and comment below. I really appreciate your guys' opinions, and I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me lately. But with all that said, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.